recently launched Nigeria Talent Exploration Challenge provides Nigerian youths and students the opportunity to showcase the talents they have in order to be supported, mentored for national glory. The launch, which took place in Abuja, is in collaboration with the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE. Beyond the launch on issues today, we shall be looking at the prospects of the opportunities that are abound for Nigerian talented youths. I am Ifoma Ojinta. Do stay with us. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Now, on the program today, we shall be joined by the National Project Work Coordinator, who will be telling us more about how Nigerians stand to benefit from this unique opportunity. Now, research has shown that countries who have developed over the years have taken talent and technology seriously, and Nigeria is also considering supporting talent in order to harness it for national gains. This is the focus of our conversation on issues tonight. Do stay. Many thanks for staying tuned and joining me now in the studio to talk more on, on talent discovery and mentorship for national development is the National Project Coordinator. He is Faisal Jafar Rafindadi. It's good to have you join us on the program issues today.
Thank you so much. Good evening, viewers.
Okay. Now let's start by understanding the concepts behind the Talent Hunts Exploration Challenge.
Thank you very much once again. So let me go start by giving a little brief about the challenge. So it was started at Katsina State with the former governor of Katsina State, Right Honorable Amini Bello Masari, which was named Katsina Talent Hunt. We did the media edition, season 1, season 2 after the election. We see that let's do something that will have a national look. Then we branded it by changing the name to the Nigerian Talent Exploration Challenge in such a way that all anybody sees, they will know that it's for all Nigerians, not Katsina State any longer. So definitely it's a platform to motivate and showcase the talent of Nigerians in which we have different categories on that. So we are collaborating, or we have already collaborated with National Board for Technical Education, there is MBTE. Secondly, we still have collaboration with Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology.
Okay. Now, tell us more so that we can understand, the journey so far in terms of structural plan.
Yes, the structural plan is there. We have launched, you can see last week we have launched the expo, which we call the program media launch. We presented our structures, we presented our master plan, which we've presented the online registration. Any individual that wants to register can register through our platform, which is www.nigeriantalentexploration.org.ng. And secondly, we've launched, we unveil our logo. So anywhere you see our logo, you know this for the challenge. Then we have a lot of questions and answers in which the challenge is under 7 categories. Number one, we have ICT, which is common. Our young men and women are very good in ICT. So we have a category under that, under ICT. Then we have what we call automotive modeling. And then we have music and entertainment. We have construction. We have engineering and innovation and more. So I think on that category that I mentioned, each and individual, any young man or woman of Nigeria can fall under that. Then we have what we call judges who will quickly assess and outline the people that will go for the challenge. and we are going to have a TV show to showcase what any person that does in terms of the competition.
Okay. Okay, tell us. We know this has evolved to a national project, but we would want to know how Nigerians in Katsina benefited from the initiative.
Yes, a lot of Katsina indigene benefited on that because right now, as I'm seeing, we have 17 number of young men and women that are abroad. Some of them are in US, some of them are in UK, and some of them are in China right now. And so many of them were given kind of support in terms of their profession or what they presented. And we have given the former governor of Katsina State gave to get 36 number of young men and women that are graduate. He gave them automatic appointment in different ministries. So I think it have played a very significant role in terms of supporting young men and women.
Okay. And how did this impact, on the state?
So many of them. There's somebody that made a local made of a machine. Right now, he's in exporting the machines to Niger. The first time we discovered him, he made one electric machine that is having electric power. Right now, as I spoke with him 3 days ago, he said in a year he manufactured more than 67, and he took them abroad to Niger. People are buying. So I think it's a very, very wonderful development that we got.
Okay, the talent hunting in Katsina, when it was in Katsina, as a Katsina talent show, was it for indigenes alone or for all Nigerians?
No, it's for Nigerians, but we categorize it into three. We have indigene, category of indigene. We have diaspora, as in non-indigene, and we have foreign, even somebody that we have. Even we've gotten getting a certain number of foreigners that really, really contest or participate in the competition.
Okay, and now if it was for all Nigerians and even foreigners, let's understand how this program, initially, was called Casina Talent, but now National Talents. Why the change of name?
Yes, that time it was sponsored by Katsina State Government, and secondly, the name is Katsina National Talent Hunt Challenge. But
Okay.
what we realized that when you mention that Katsina, a lot of Nigerians think that it's for Katsina. So we sat down with our committee, we discussed and said that let's change the name in such a way that people will really know that it is for Nigerians. That that national shows is national, but that Katsina is still something that people think that is not for them. So we change it to Nigerian Talent Exploration Challenge,
Okay,
so that all
right.
Nigerians seeing from the word Nigeria, is national, is for everyone in Nigeria. Yes.
And it's still being sponsored by.
Still looking for sponsors. It's not because it's for Nigerian. We're
Okay.
even going out for sponsorship, which our target is all the 36 states who are seeking for their sponsors in such a way that it will have a large number of Nigerian youths in the competition to participate fully.
Okay, but then at the recent launch, we discovered that you had a lot of stakeholders across board, from the academia to policymaker. What is the outcome of resolutions reached?
It was so fantastic because like 7 universities really showed their interest to key in and support. They are even seeking for collaboration with us, and they even asked us to pay a visit to them to give a proper presentation of our work for them to see and see the area that they can key in. Then private sector even surely assure us that they want to participate. Right now, as I'm talking, that they are waiting for us to send a letter seeking for partnership. So I think it's a wonderful outing for that media launch that we did last week.
Okay, now, for the sake of our viewer, and you talked about some university being interested and wanting to know the area where they can come in, tell us the thematic areas of focus for the talent hunt.
Yeah, the areas is that Nigerians actually what we even want to, or what we are paying attention is that to change the thinking of our young men. Why? It's because the young men of Nigeria, the young men of the United States of America, the young men of Japan, the young men of China is the same with the young men of Nigeria. We have the same brain. So the only what we need is to support and motivate them. So the area of that we're trying to even kind of having to showcase. That's why we want to have a TV show to showcase to the public that this is what this so young man did. This is what this young man, this is what he's producing, so that his colleagues will see that if this Musa will make it, I don't think that I cannot make it. So that one is an area that they are trying to pay attention on that. Then secondly, in terms of juries, we want to get the academia, we want to get the intellectual people that were Nigerians, I mean, and also the private sector that they have a lot of experience in business to be part of the juries, so that it will be in the position of non-alignment. Anybody sees that, that there is a transparency and a kind of based on merit that we're going to select the best and take them for World Skills International, God willing.
Okay. I want you to tell us, how far with commitment you are getting, apart from the one from the NBTE.
Yes, as I said earlier, we are getting a lot of commitment. Private sectors are really showing interest, in which they ask us to write a letter. Universities too, as I said, 7 universities are requesting for us to partner, and even some members of National Assembly really show interest and saying that we should write to see the area that they are going to support us. And this support is not actually in the terms of finance, even publicity to reach out to young men to go out and show them that, encourage them to come and participate. Because the major aspect of it is the participation. We really need our young men and women to participate. Yes, because among our juries, there are some of there are some of juries that will even, it's not about winning the competition. It's to see what you can do to support you. Some of our young men need a little pushing that you just have to do for them to explore and showcase their talent. And secondly, we even have doctors, consultants that in the area of, you see this, so that we have some young men that they are very, very talented, but out of issue of drug abuse that they cannot concentrate. So we're even looking at that area to rehabilitate such youth in terms of guiding them to be straight and focus on their talent.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's take a break at this point. You're watching Issues on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Let's take a break. When we return, the conversation continues. Thank you very much for staying tuned and still with me in the studio discussing talent discovery and mentorship for national development is the National Project Coordinator Faisal Jafar Rafindani. Okay, before we go on with the discussion, we're talking about collaboration between MBTE and the rest. I would want you to elaborate more on that, but before then, we have to take a report, on the recent launch which was done for us by Abdullah here.
The public launch of the Nigeria Talent Exploration Challenge opens up a vista of opportunities for exceptionally talented and skilled Nigerians in the areas of technology and ICT, automotive modeling, construction, creative arts and design, as well as manufacturing and engineering. Beneficiaries are aged 15 to 40 years, whether as students or young professionals.
We can never make progress with importation. Your energy needs will never be affordable if they are totally dependent on what comes from outside. So that's why anybody who can give support to this initiative should do so.
Experts as speakers underscored the timeliness of venturing into such initiatives, which they say is key to driving national growth and development for Nigeria.
The National Board for Technical Education has a mandate on developing skills, and talent hunt is one of it. So we are here so that we can create this synergy, and the launch has been done successfully. Young Nigerians can now log into the internet and log in their data and information about the innovation that they have. This innovation will be assessed. There will be a ceremony to identify those who are the winners.
After the selection, we are going to take some of them for world skills competition. It's like an Olympics. So we are starting with Zimbabwe. Then from Zimbabwe, we are going to France 2026. We are going to look into that, try to put our young men to have a training in which the ES Professor Idris Bugaji assures us of giving training to 100 people among the participants.
Young man, every young lady needs to identify what he or she is good at and then through one system or the other be helped to develop that ability so that they can add value, become relevant.
The launching is timely in the first place, especially now that we want to diversify the economy.
Critical stakeholders express readiness to support the national project, crucial to solving the 21st century challenges.
The university will give a huge support because definitely to contribute in those who are going to participate in the competition.
Eligible Nigerians are expected to register online for directions on the next step. The initiative, which is the brainchild of former governor of Katsina State, Aminu Bello Masari, started some years ago in the state and has metamorphosed to a national platform with transparent and equal opportunities for all to thrive.
That was a report by Abdullah Yajan. And that report, talked more on the collaboration between the projects you're having and the MBTE, and as well as commitments from the University of Transportation. Daura, can you shed more light on this?
Yes, so the MBTE, National Board for Technical Education, are our major partners because MBTE are responsible of training, giving training or vocational training, and so vocational training to Nigerians, to universities, because you can see MBTE, all the polytechnics of Nigeria, federal technical colleges are under MBTE. So if you can even go through their logo, they are saying skills rather than degrees. Okay. So they are paying attention more in skills, which is that what is happening worldwide, the kind of skills. So we see that if that is their duty, so Nigerian Talent Exploration Challenge needs support from the MBT. So now we collaborated, they accepted to support us in terms of training, because there are some of our young men need training in terms of publicity and the credibility of the project. With MBTE, you know that this is something serious, and we have a lot of even the ES as a professor in engineering, he has that technical know-how of training, because we are going to even join a committee in terms of juries that will examine and even help us distinguish and distinguish the exams and all that in terms of credibility, as I said earlier. So MBTE are going to play a very vital role, and in which in the launching, what the ES says that they are really, really optimistic in terms of seeing this opportunity given to our young men and women in Nigeria is being supported.
Okay, tell us more on what the University of Transportation in Daura is bringing to the table.
Yes, the University of Transportation, as you can see, thank God the Vice Chancellor was present on that launch. He even pledged of supporting, and he even invited us now to visit his university and make a presentation. So he is going to support us in terms of training again, and even financial support in the area of publicity to reach out to our young men and women to even seize the opportunity and participate in the project.
Okay, tell us about who are those eligible, to participate. What age grade?
Yes, the age grade is that between 15 years to 40 years. Any young man and woman that has talent within 15 years to 40 years is automatically can participate.
Between 50 to 40 years.
15 years.
15
years
okay,
to 40
15.
years. Yes.
What then is the process for registration, and is it free?
The process for registration is simple. First, it's free to all Nigerians. The registration is free. You log into our website www.nigeriantalentexplorationchallenge.org.ng. So when you click into that, you will see the page. There's information, you can go through information, so many things about us, the founder. Then secondly, you will see where you write registration, you will register, because all registration are online. So you will see the column where you put your address, your name, and the category that you are interested in or you want to. So immediately when you register, you send it, you will see it, and automatically the computer, that is the system, will register you and you'll be there. So after that, the juries will come and make a selection and invite you for presentation, which is coming, which the presentation will come soon in the next quarter, last quarter of this year, God willing.
Okay, so there are a lot of entries will come and then there will be a selection.
Yeah.
What, are the requirements, to be able to be selected?
The requirement is that first age, then you have to be a Nigerian, then thirdly, you will, if you have a video or picture of what you design or what you did, you can send it as a probation on that. Then your address, your referee, your phone number, then your email. So after you done that, because the computer is an AI system, so automatically, if your registration is full, it will mark you and save it and tell you that you are really registered. Then automatically, we will see it in our office that you have already registered. And if you did a mistake or you did not register or you leave a portion of something, automatically the system will tell you. So you quickly do it. And there's an area that if you are registering, maybe you forget to put something, you can even stop from registration. Later on, you can come back and register again and submit.
Okay, is it likely going to be a yearly event?
It's going to be a yearly, hopefully, because this is the major edition of in Abuja. We are hoping to continue with that.
Okay. Okay, we also heard of a world skills competition. Can you expatiate on that?
Yes, when you say world skills competition, it's like Olympics of football from state, from the country, you go for Olympics, Africa, then you go for world. So world skills competition is, thank God, MBTE have already gotten approval by the world skills that Nigeria is the qualified, among the qualified country that will go for that world skill competition. So MBT have already give us the responsibility. The MBT assure us of picking our participants to the World Skills competition, which the ES have already said it in that the last media launch. So the method is that after this competition, the best 20 will take them and join them to the World Skills. Then we'll go to World Skills Africa. From World Skills Africa, then we'll go to World Skills at France 2027.
Okay, we talked about selection initially, and we talked about the requirements and all that. Tell us, how transparent is this process going to be?
We have 7 categories, so we are going to have juries. Each category will have its own jury, no less than 4 juries from different angle, different discipline. So automatically, the juries will select those that are qualified, being following the criteria. Then from there, we'll invite them for a presentation. From there, the juries will register and score. So the beauty part of it, or the transparent, I want to discuss about the transparent. We are going to have like 10 juries. So 10 juries, a participant cannot say that they fail him, a jury failed him. Why? It's because 10 juries are going to mark you, then we'll do something we call aggregate divided by that 10 numbers. So if you got, let's say, for example, number 1 gave you 100 over 100, number 2 jury gave you 0 over 100, then the third one gave you 50 over 100, then we'll do divided by 10, divided by the number of juries. So from there, we'll try to get the mark and give you. So we are going to first get, for instance, let's say the category of ICT, we are going to have first, second, third, and fourth, which 10 juries are going to select and submit to the board. So I think it's a very standard way of criteria of giving result for competition like this worldwide.
Okay, before I let you go, you have this platform, what more can you tell us as well, advice or any other thoughts you want to share with us?
So my advice is to our young men. So I want to urge and tell our young men that they should never give up. So in any challenge, there's opportunity, and they should stop complaining. Complaining is part of failure. A young man complaining. The only thing I want to say more again is that our young men should face their own business. Your problem, a young man, let's say a graduate, the problem of a graduate is how can he finish school and get a job? So your problem is different from the problem of your governor. So we should not take our problem to refer it to somebody's problem. Let's a young man. What I'm advising, a young man should face his own particular problem or challenge.
Right.
So and the issue of being superb, the issue of being talented or having innovation is not something magic. It's issue of paying more attention on what you are doing.
All right, that's that we have to continue at that point. Thank you very much. Yes, we are really out of time. Thank you very much. Indeed, national coordinator, national project coordinator, Faisal Jafar. I think that it's been a pleasure having you talking about talent discovery and mentorship for national development. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that's the outlook of the program this week. Thank you for always being part of it. See you again next week. Till then, I remain former.